6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritual activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the class this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Nanad Pranam. I offer my obeisances to all assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Anand Shah from West Bengal, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vardhana Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hare Krishna, Ayan, nice to see you back. I hope you wrote your exams nicely. Hare Bol, welcome back.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vardhana Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Rana.
Hare Krishna Krishna Kumari Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vardhana Mataji. Pranam all goes to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. This is Radha Pyari Devidasi from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna Radha Priyar Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vardhana Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Preeti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Preeti Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Cincinnati.
Hare Krishna Yashamati Priya Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vardhana Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Shyama Guri Devidasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shamagauri Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. All glories to Radha Madhava. Please accept my humble obeisances to you and respected devotees. I am Charan Lakshmi from Malaysia. Thank you very much and Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the assembled devotees. This is Sushmita from Mississauga, Canada.
Hare Krishna Shushmita Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Is anybody else would like to introduce themselves? Welcoming all of you to the Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Nityananda Prabhu. Prabhuji is going to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 7th canto, chapter number 5, verse number 4. Before going to the class, I will hand over the Ayan Prabhu to give brief introduction of Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, please take over the call, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Nanatana. Of my verses to all assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Here is a very brief introduction for our today's speaker, His Grace Nityananda Prabhu. Prabhuji is a senior brahmachari from Sri Sri Radha Gopinath temple. His Grace Nityananda Prabhu originally hails from Sri Ramanathapuram, Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. Prabhuji joined the ashram life at a very young age of 19. Prabhuji served for a decade in Sri Sri Radha Gopinath temple and then studied under the auspices of Srila Prabhupada disciple, His Grace Gopi Paranadhana Prabhuji for 3 years. Prabhuji preaches in English and Tamil languages. Other than these services, Prabhuji also does many more wonderful services like giving classes in many other languages. Over to you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, bro. Mataji, Prabhuji is not in the call yet. Can we pause for some time? You will continue our chanting, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Yeah, Prabhuji is there, Mataji.
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nityananda Prabhuji, Dandavats Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I'll hand out the call to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for this great privilege and opportunity to be with the Bhakti Sangam devotees. So, I have been given the verse from 7th canto, chapter 5, text 4, from Srimad Bhagavatam, Science of God, Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. I'll read the verse. Ekata surarad putram ankam aropya pandava papracha kathayatam vatsa manyate sadhu yadbhavan. Ekata surarad putram ankam aropya pandava papracha kathayatam vatsa manyate sadhu yadbhavan. Ekata surarad putram ankamaropya pandava papracha kathayatam vatsa manyate sadhu yadbhavan. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye. अष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत् तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. एकदा सुरराट्पुत्रम् अङ्कमारोप्य पाण्डवापप्रच्छ कथ्यतां वत्स मन्यते साधु यद्भवान्. Synonyms. Ekada, once upon a time, Asurarad, the emperor of the Asuras, Putram, his son, Ankam, on the lap, Aropya, placing, Pandava, O Maharaj Yudhishthir, Papracha, inquired, Aktyatam, let it be told, Vatsa, my dear son, Manyate, consider, Sadhu, the best, Yat, that which, Bhavan, your good self. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. My dear King Yudhishthir, once upon a time, the king of the demon Hiranyakashipu took his son Prahlad on his lap and very affectionately inquired, my dear son, please let me know what you think is the best of all the subjects you have studied from your teachers. Purport. Hiranyakashipu did not ask his young son anything that would be very difficult for him to answer. Instead, he gave the boy a chance to speak plainly about whatever he thought might be the best. Prahlad Maharaj, of course, being a perfect devotee, knew everything and could say what the best part of life is. In the Vedas, it is said, Yasmin Vijnate Sarvam Evam Vijnatam Bhavati. If one properly understands God, he can understand any subject matter very nicely. Sometimes we have to challenge big scientists and philosophers, but by the grace of Krishna, we emerge successful. It is impossible, practically speaking, for ordinary men to challenge scientists or philosophers concerning genuine knowledge. But a devotee can challenge them because the best of everything is known to a devotee by the grace of Krishna, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Tesham evanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamaha kashayam bhavastav jnanadiphe bhasvata. Krishna, who is situated in the core of everyone's heart as a super soul, dissipates all the ignorance from the heart of a devotee. As a special favor, he enlightens the devotee with all knowledge by putting before him the torch of light. Prahlad Maharaj therefore knew the best of knowledge. When his father inquired from him, Prahlad gave him that knowledge. Prahlad Maharaj was able to solve the most difficult parts of problem because of his advanced Krishna consciousness. Therefore, he replied as follows. एकदा सुरराट पुत्रम अंकमारोप्य पांडवा पप्रच्छ कथ्यतां वत्स मन्यते साधु यद्भवान्. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगन रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगन ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, my pranams to all the devotees. So herein we are reading the episode of Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. One of the most important subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam is the discussion of Narsingadev and Prahlad Maharaj. So here is a discussion between best of the devotee and the best of the demons. Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj. So Hiranyakashipu has a great hope that his own son, that means his successor, is going to be trained perfectly in line with his own mood and vision. But he was unaware that when Kayadu was taken away by the demigods, Narada Muni gave shelter to her. And in the womb of Kayadu, when Prahlad was there, Narada Muni instructed Krishna consciousness philosophy to Prahlad Maharaj. So even though Hiranyakashipu might have known that his wife was given shelter by Narada Muni, rarely he could have understood that his son Prahlad Maharaj was given the greatest of transcendental knowledge. So at the same time Hiranyakashipu was performing tapasya in order to acquire the impossible material opulences. Prahlad Maharaj was getting even more rare jewel of Krishna consciousness. So Hiranyakashipu was performing severe austerities, sacrificing his body, sacrificing his pleasures, sacrificing his desire to enjoy, so that he can gratify his senses for all what he lost, what he is not having now. So when he was performing such a severe austerity, Prahlad Maharaj just lying in the womb without much endeavor, he got something greater than what Hiranyakashipu. Why? Because becoming the Lord of the universe, in one sense, it is comparatively less easier or less important than getting into the spiritual world. We will see many places that Sri Krishna, Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, is ready to give ready to get a person back to his own abode. Is ready to give liberation. Is ready to give all siddhis. But the devotees always wants devotional service. That means devotional service is higher than any of the opulences which can even dream of. So when we speak about elevation to Vaikuntha, elevation to the platform of liberation itself is not so much wanted by the devotees. What they all want is pure devotional service. What is becoming the lord of the 14 planetary system is insignificant for the great devotees of the great devotees. For that, Hiranyakashipu was working hard. But at the same time, Prahlad Maharaj, without having any difficulties, is freely receiving the pure devotional nectar from Narada Muni. So it's something like both have graduated around the same time. Hiranyakashipu came out as powerful, more powerful than what he was before, as a powerful demon, Asura warrior. And Prahlad Maharaj, due to Narada Muni's grace, he came out as the Bhakta warrior, Bhakta Prahlad. So now, these opposite poles in the form of father and son are having an encounter with each other. So we are reading that particular climatic instance where Hiranyakashipu is eagerly wants to see how his son is faring. Is my voice audible for the devotees? Are they able to hear me what I'm speaking?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, yes.
Okay. So Hiranyakashipu also thought that just like I became the best of the demons, so I should bring Prahlad also in that same line. So he arranged all possible help for Prahlad by putting him in his own Gurukul, so his own teaching curriculum. But here, Ekata Asurarad Putram Ankamaropya Pandava. Pandava here refers to Yudhishthir Maharaj. So Yudhishthir Maharaj has been told this story. So Ekada, once upon a time, Asurarat Putram. Asurarat refers to Hiranyakashipu, emperor of the Asuras. Putram, his own son, Prahlad Maharaj. Ankamaropya, he put him on his own lap. Aprachakatyatam vatsa. Oh my dear son, please tell me what you learned. So till certain age, the parents caress the child, they pamper them, whatever they say, they just hear. But then after certain age, the parents want to know how just like the body of the child is growing healthy, similarly, they also want to see that their education, mental strength is also growing. So body we can understand by seeing, by their activity, but their intelligence can be understood by their dealings or their talk. Unless a intelligent person, unless a person speaks, nobody can identify whether he's a fool or intelligent, he said. So here, Hiranyakashipu wanted to know how my son is faring internally. He wanted to assess. So here Hiranyakashipu is asking, hey my dear son, Vatsa, lovingly is asking. So that is a Sukruti of Hiranyakashipu, that he is having such an affection for his son. Oh my dear son, please, what did you learn from in the Gurukul? Then Prahlad is going to say the most famous verse. तत्साधुमन्ये सुरवर्य देहिनां सदा समुद्विग्नधियामसद्ग्रहात् हित्वात्मपापं गृहमन्धकूपं वनं गतो यद्धरिमाश्रयेत. So this is like a bullet coming from the gun or an arrow coming from the bow. Prahlad Maharaj, without even giving a second thought, he is addressing directly Hiranyakashipu that if you ask me what is the best other thing that I learned till now, he is saying, oh, best of the asuras, that you have those who accepted the temporary body and temporary household life is certainly embarrassed by anxiety. Asadgraham. Sada samuddigna dhyam asadgraham. So Hiranyakashipu is amassed great wealth, great territory, great power, great prestige, status, but he is always in anxiety. So Prahlad Maharaj rightly pointed, Sada samuddigna dhyam asadgrahat, because what you acquired is asat, it's temporary, it is illusory. So hitvatma papam griham anthakupam. So he gave up everything and immediately get out and go to the forest. So now ironically, both, as we are mentioning, Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad, they returned from the forest some time back. So Hiranyakashipu performed tapasya. So it is not that he can't get back to forest. Prahlad also knows that his father was living in the forest for not just 1 day, 2 days, for quite considerable time, perform meditation, tapasya towards Lord Brahma. So he can definitely go to the forest. But going to the forest is not just solve all the problem. Hitvatapapam grihavandakopam vanam gatoyam dharimashrayeta. So he has already been to forest, but he did not take shelter of Hari. Oh my dear father, just don't go to forest like what you've done before, but go to forest and take shelter of Hari. Vanam here, or Acharyas refers, Vanam refers to Vrindavanam. So that's what Prabhupada is translating. Anyway, I think this verse will be taken separately. But just so even though Hiranyakashipu is returning from forest, but Prahlad Maharaj, when he was in the womb with the mother Kayatu, was also in the forest. Naturally, Narada Muni, as a rishi, as a muni, he must be staying in the forest. So even the both of them stayed in the forest, but Prahlad Maharaj took shelter of Hari. Hari Mashrayet. So what he has done, he can easily recommend his father also to do. So Prahlad Maharaj is giving his own experience. See, I was in the womb. That time itself, I was in the forest, taking shelter of Vishnu. But you are also in the forest, but what shelter you have taken? You went to the forest and brought all these pebbles and stones. That is compared to the unrivaled kingdom of the three planetary system. So Prahlad Maharaj was not impressed by that. Asat Grahat, this is completely asat. It is completely useless. Why it is saying asat? Nasato vidyate bhavo nabhavo vidyate shataha. What is the definition of asat? Sat means existing. We always hear this term, Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal, existing, eternally existing. Chit means conscious. Ananda means blissful. So Asat Graham. But what you have achieved, my dear father, is Asat. But actually speaking, what Hiranyakashipu achieved is it Sat or Asat? When you see from one point of view, it is Sat. From another point of view, it is Asat. What he achieved an unrivaled kingdom. Real planetary system is a king of the whole three planetary system. So this is basically part of the universe he acquired. So the material world is also, is it an illusion or is it real? According to the Shastra, there are 5 subject matter discussed in the Shastras. We all know. Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala and Karma. Of these 5, Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, they are eternal. They are Sat. Only Karma is temporary. It can be destroyed. So Asat means that which can be, that which is not there, which is false. But then the material world is real. How it can be false? So there our Acharyas says that Hiranyakashipu's kingdom is not Asat. Hiranyakashipu's kingdom is Sat only. Hiranyakashipu is also not Asat, he is also Sat only. But when Hiranyakashipu thinks that this real eternal material world belongs to me, when Hiranyakashipu thinks that this real Hiranyakashipu's body is he himself, that is called as Asat. So in this way, Asat should be understood properly. So Asat means not that they are false, but accepting a thing which is actually not according to its own reality. It is called Asat. So the body is real, but the Atma is real. Both are Sat. But accepting the temporary body to be permanent, that is called as Asat. Accepting the temporary body to be the eternal soul is called Asat. So the body, now it is in this particular form. Tomorrow it will disintegrate and it is going to stay in different form. There is water, fire, ether. It may dissolve, it may stay in different form. So it is always there in one form or other. But thinking that this form will stay ever as like this, that is called as Asat. So that's why Prahlad Maharaj says Asat Graha. That he went to the forest is supposed to be the place of mode of goodness. The mode of goodness means you're supposed to get something greater. Just a second. Sorry. So this particular misunderstanding that considering the temporary body, so the forest is considered to be mode of Sattva-guna. Like Prabhupada says that the cities are in mode of passion, brothels are in mode of ignorance, and the forest is the mode of goodness. The temple, wherever ISKCON temples are there, where the devotees are staying, those temples are in mode of pure goodness, like Vaikuntha. So even though Hiranyakashipu went to the forest, but instead of becoming fixed in Sattva-guna, he is degraded into Rajas and Tamoguna. That could not be tolerated by Prahlad Maharaj is instructing him that better you go again. Now, this time, go there and take shelter of Lord Hari. So that's why the great devotees, the difference between Prahlad Maharaj consciousness and Hiranyakashipu's consciousness. Prahlad Maharaj was seeing Sat, Krishna everywhere. But Hiranyakashipu is seeing Asat even in Sat also. How? Nashtakredo nakobalo jadavasthan manastaya Krishnagraha grahitatma naveta jagat idrusham. Prahlad Maharaj, when he would be, even as a childhood, he was not inclined or interested in playing. He was always seeing Krishna everywhere. Ashtakrido nakobalo jadavasthan manastaya. Why? He was being conquered by Krishna Graha. He was being occupied. He was being infested by a Graha called Krishna Graha. Naveta Jagadidrisham. He was not aware how the world is moving around. But Prahlad Maharaj, he is always, Hiranyakashipu, he is always looking about himself. Even when Hiranyakashipu saw Nrsingadev, he is thinking this is some kind of an animal, some kind of a species which can be killed. So Hiranyakashipu thought Sat to be Asat, and Prahlad Maharaj is seeing even the temporary things as the embodiment of Krishna's presence in them. So that is a different consciousness altogether. That's why Prahlad Maharaj was not impressed or inspired by the great opulence of Hiranyakashipu. He is rather want to be a poverty-stricken, simple devotee than a great kingdom, the king of an unrivaled kingdom. So he is very bold enough and directly instructing his father without any compromise. So Tatsadhuvanye Suravarya Dehinam, oh my dear father, he is giving respect to his father, Asuravarya. At the same time, he was uncompromising in his realization and his mission. Why? Because Prahlad Maharaj is himself accomplished that. He was in the forest, in the womb of his mother, but accomplished getting Krishna in his heart. So and he is telling his father to the same thing. I have achieved, you also go to forest and take shelter of Hari. Vanam gatoyam harimashrayeta. So when the Hari has been achieved, then other things such as wealth or no wealth, it doesn't matter. That's why Dhruva Maharaj, when he saw Mahavishnu, Lord Vishnu, he immediately offered his prayers. Yonta pravishya mamavacham imam prasuttam sanjeevayat akila shakti dharasva dhamna anyancha hasta charana shravanatvagadin pranan namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam. Swamin kritosmi varamnayachet. As soon as Krishna entered in his heart through his own internal potency, Dhruva Maharaj was not interested in any of this great opulent kingdom for which he has come to the forest. Swami Krita Tosmi, I am completely satisfied Varamnayacha, I don't want anything else. But here, Hiranyakashipu, even though he acquired so much, but he is greedy, want more and more and more and more. Sada Samuddigna Dhyam Asatgrahat. He is always in anxiety that he will lose something, his own son, to his own enemy Vishnu. Or he is lamenting that he wants to get more and more. So in this way, he is completely in misery. But Dhruva Maharaj, on the other hand, is satisfied and he is saying that I don't want anything else. So that is the difference between these two. So for these devotees, even if they given anything, they are not interested in that. We see in the pastime of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, during his Mahaprakash Leela in the house of Shiva Thakur, he was manifesting his pastime of exhibiting his opulences of the Supreme as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he would glorify his own devotee. He would call one devotee after another devotee, and he was calling Kolavach Sridhar. And people in that Navadip town, they didn't even know his name was Sridhar. They only know him as Kolavach. So they all went and they were looking for where is Kolavach, but Kolavach Sridhar was in one side of the road, and he was selling his banana products, bananas, banana leaves, whatever he gets, he would sell. So Mahaprabhu remembered him, and Mahaprabhu sent people, and they practically, when Kolavach Sridhar heard that Mahaprabhu is calling him, he was shocked, and he was surprised, and he was amused that how such a lowly person like me is been called by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Is he calling me? So that was the mood of Kolavach Sridhar. When Prahlad Maharaj was, again, when Nrsimhadev appears, everybody pushes him that you go and pray to Nrsimhadev, pacify Nrsimhadev. He is very angry. That time, the mood of Prahlad Maharaj, if you see, ब्रह्मादय सुरगना मुनयोत्त सिद्धाः सत्यैकतान गतयो वचसां प्रवाहैः आराधितुं प्रगुणैरधुनापि विप्रुः किं तोष्टुमर्हति समे हरिप्रजाते. I am born in such a low family of the demonic family. How I can please my dear Lord? I can please you with the prayers. So that was the mood of Prahlad Maharaj. The mood of humility and the mood of arrogance, different between Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj. When Kolavach Sridhar hears that Mahaprabhu is calling him, he did not feel that I am the most important person. Rather, he felt that how I was being called by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He felt so happy. At the same time, he felt unqualified. And literally, devotee has to brought him, and they brought him in front of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shiva Sangan, where Mahaprabhu was so happy to see Shiva's Kolavach Sridhar, and he manifested in a beautiful form of Krishna and Balaram. Krishna as a darkest complexion, Mahaprabhu, golden complexion transformed into darkest complexion with a flute in the hand, and his beautiful eyes and curly hair and long arms extended till his knees, with his broad chest and deep navel. And when Kolavach Sridhar saw the beautiful form of Krishna, he practically fainted. And next to Krishna, he sees another form of Supreme Lord as Balaram, the monsoon cloud hue Lord with bluish cloth and whitish complexion, and he's having a plow in his hand. And Kolavach Sridhar saw, he fainted again and again. Mahaprabhu again manifested his own form and said, Kolavach Sridhar, I am so happy and so overwhelmed with your devotion. Please ask any benediction. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, before he exhibited his pastime of devotee, every day he would go and spend time with Kolavach Sridhar. So Nimai, at that time, he was not exhibiting his mood as a devotee, but his arrogant scholar who roams around Navadip, challenging other scholars and exhibiting that kind of pastime. So he would, many devotees also fear when they would hear Nimai is coming on the road to meet them. Such was Nimai Pandit's gait. Such was his personality at that time before he met Ishwarapuri in Gaya. So he would every day go to Kolavach Sridhar, and he would talk and argue with Kolavach Sridhar about the prices of bananas. Hey Kolavacha, give me some bananas. How much is the price? And Kolavacha would quote the very utter minimum rate, but nobody else could give. Nobody else can even think of giving. But Mahaprabhu would fight with him. You are asking for too much money. You are cheating me. How can I take for this much money? Reduce the price further. Kolavach Sridhar said, Nimai, how can you ask less than this? This is such a affordable price. Less than this, nobody can either give you. If you want, you can go and check any other place. Mahaprabhu said, why I will lose the best service provider? I will not leave this place, but you have to give me for less price. This is Mahaprabhu argue with him, and then Mahaprabhu would say that, I know that you are having a great treasure with you. You are having so much, lot of wealth, but you are hiding and just cheating as if that you are poverty stricken. Prabhupada says, I don't have any wealth. See, I don't even have proper clothes here. I have nothing. How I don't cheat you? I don't have any other wealth. Mahaprabhu would say that, no, you have a great wealth. And Mahaprabhu would tease him that, hey, Kolavesha, why you are chanting Krishna's name all the time? Kolavesha would chant Krishna's name day and night, and sometimes Navadip Vasi, they would be just, most of them are not devotees during Mahaprabhu's time. So they would feel that this fellow is out of hunger and out of frustration is chanting Hari's name all throughout night. Just set him up. They just throw him some rotten vegetable and tell Kolavesha that take it, pick it up and just shut your mouth and be quiet. So that was the way Kolavesha was treated by the people of Navadip. But Kolavesha never bothered. He always would chant Krishna's name day and night. And in the daytime, whatever he would sell, these banana leaves, banana flowers, and banana fruits, whatever he gets, the half of the money what he's getting, he uses to worship Mother Ganga. That was his devotion towards Mother Ganga. And here Mahaprabhu says, hey Kolavesha, why are you chanting Krishna? Say, what you got from chanting Krishna, say worshiping Krishna? That you are having a cloth which is torn in various places, almost dozen holes I could see in your cloth. And you don't have even a proper house to live. We have a house which has holes in its roof. As a poverty-stricken life you are living, there is no furniture inside your home. So what benefit you are getting by chanting, worshipping Krishna? But you see the people are Navadip, they are chanting Chandi's name, they are chanting Durga's name, they are all prosperous. What benefit you got by chanting Krishna? Mahaprabhu would tease him. Kolavesha would say, Nimai, you are a Brahmana, how can you talk like this? That I have no problem at all. I have something to eat, I have something to cover my body. You see great kings, they are living in a palace. At the same time, a bird may live in the nest. The king is been covered by a beautiful golden silken cloth. The bird is been covered by its own feather and its own feather. But ultimately, both are having a similar enjoyment, and both of the time is passing. I don't find any difference. I don't find any difference in their experience in their life. They have their family, the birds have their family. So I don't see any big difference being a rich and poor. I'm happy. Krishna is providing me whatever I need. So Sridhar, Kolavesha would say like this. Then Nimai would tease him that, by the way, you are spending so much of your money worshipping Ganga. You do not know that the Ganga is glorified because of my prowess. From my feet, the Ganga is emanating from. When Kolavesha would hear this, he would become very upset. Nimai, how can he talk like this? Because Kolavesha did not know that Nimai is Krishna himself. He was covered by the Yogamaya potency. So he was, Nimai, how can he talk like this? But at the same time, Kolavesha could not even give up the company of Nimai. Even though most of the time Nimai would take the product from Kolavesha practically for nothing. And many other time he would even take it without paying any money. But Kolavesha would be just waiting when Nimai is going to come. And Mahaprabhu also every day for an hour or two would just talk to Kolavesha and spend his time in just arguing with him. So now same Kolavesha is in front of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is saying that Kolavesha, that such an experience you gave me. There was never a day in Navadip I eaten food without taking from your leaf plates. So every day, whatever I have eaten food is all from your leaf plates only. Last prasadam Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted from Sachimata is from the hands of Kolavesha Sridhar. He brought a pumpkin from which was growing from his home rooftop and brought it to Mahaprabhu. At the same time, at almost the middle of the night, somebody brings some milk and sugar, and Sachimata makes a kheer from that. And that was the last prasadam Mahaprabhu took from his mother's hand before he left for sannyas ashram. So now Mahaprabhu is asking Kolavesha, please ask a benediction. Kolavesha says, I don't want anything, Mahaprabhu. I just want to chant your name. I always want to remember you. That's all. I don't want anything else. Mahaprabhu says, please, just for me, for my sake, please ask something. Do you want the wealth of the king? Immediately I will provide you. You want Ashta Siddhis? You want Navanidhi? You want elevation to the heavenly planets? Anything ask me, I'll give you immediately. Prabhupada says, there is no meaning, any of these things, there's any meaning in my life, Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu says, do you want liberation, which is sorted by great personality? They are looking for, they are searching after this. I can give you for free, immediately liberation, my dear Sridhar. Sridhar says, I don't want anything else. The Mahaprabhu become completely desperate and asks Sridhar, please ask something from me. I want to offer you something. So then just to please Mahaprabhu, Sridhar says, my dear Lord, if you at all want to give a benediction, I want nothing but this. Every day, Tuja Nimai, Brahmana Nimai should come to my shop, and when I would be selling these banana leaf products, he should come and he should argue with me for hours and take everything from me. And that's the only benediction I want. Behold the form of Nimai talking to me every day in the marketplace. And Mahaprabhu hears this, he exclaims and says that, Sridhar, I give you a benediction that you develop pure love for Krishna, for eternity. Krishna's devotional service will stay in your heart. And all the devotees hear Mahaprabhu's blessing, Sridhar, they all exclaim and become so happy. Everybody chant Hari Hari. So that was a devotee's mood, that when Sridhar gets Mahaprabhu's mercy, they also become ecstatic. So here we see the Sridhar or Prahlad Maharaj, that their wealth is devotion service to Krishna. But this wealth, either Prahlad Maharaj, the great king, Pradabrutra Maharaj, the great king, or Sridhar, the utterly poverty stricken, who are born in lower caste family, or Sudama Vipra, Sudama who doesn't have anything, or Bali Maharaj. So Krishna took everything from him. So anybody either have wealth or doesn't have wealth, but all of them are glorified, and all of them are glorified, and all of them are satisfied in what? Devotional service. Rupa Pushtam Bhakti Tushtam. Nashtak Pushtam Rupa Pushtam Bhakti Tushtam Chakaraya. That Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grace, by the Lord's grace, Nashtak Pushtam. Tamnami Sri Chaitanyam Vasudeva Dayadradi Nashtak Pushtam Rupa Pushtam Bhakti Tushtam Chakar. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Vaidya, what he did, he cured Vasudeva Vipra's leprosy, and not only he destroyed his Pushta, Nashtak Pushtam, Rupa Pushtam, that Vasudeva leper, he got the beautiful body as good as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he became very afraid and become proud because I got the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And nobody else got similar mercy. So instead of becoming happy that he got mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became anxious that what if we become proud that I received the special grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, please protect me. That time Mahaprabhu would say that chant the holy name of Krishna and he will protect us from being falsely proud. Nashtak Pushtam Rupa Pushtam Bhakti Tushtam, being satisfied in devotional service. And this way Mahaprabhu gave his grace to all alike, either rich or poor. Patra Patrana Deki. He didn't see any who is qualified, who is unqualified. Gave his mercy to everybody, one and all. Only qualification is that their eagerness to accept, their desire to accept. So in this we see Hiranyakashipu, in one hand, he achieved great opulence, power, but Dhiya Asadgraha, Sada Samudvigna, always in miserable condition. But Prahlad Maharaj is a small boy, small kid, Generally, kids are always in anxiety that they want something, always dissatisfied. They cannot play freely. They cannot always want something. But here, Prahlad Maharaj is completely satisfied and happy and confidently is telling Prahlad Maharaj, Anangatoyam Dharimashtre, go to forest and get Krishna, otherwise your life is waste. And here Hiranyakashipu thought he achieved everything, but he was taken aback and shocked and surprised that this little kid is more confident than me. That I thought this kid should achieve something great like me, but he's telling me to achieve. That is also Hari. So that was a power. Srila Prabhupada mentioned in the purport that Hiranyakashipu is such a powerful demon. Prahlad Maharaj is just a small boy, 5-year-old boy, but he could stand in front of Hiranyakashipu and challenge him. So Srila Prabhupada says about himself, how Srila Prabhupada is a simple Bengali old person who went to the West for preaching, and is dealing with and he's having encounters with scientists, philosophers, and so many powerful, so-called powerful people in the Western world. Prabhupada says that with the power of Krishna's Shakti, I always become victorious. So that is a Krishna Shakti Vinanahitare Prabhu. So Prabhupada says similarly, Yasmin Vijnatam Sarva Vijnatam Bhavati. By knowing Krishna, one can actually knows everything. So we are, yes, ordinary person challenging philosopher, scientist is not an easy thing. But because Prabhupada says that Krishna is there, then from Krishna only everything is emanating, from all the knowledge, all philosophy, all science, everything emanating from Krishna. One gets some power. But when Krishna is not there, by remembering whose lotus feet, Sukaram Dushkaram Bhaved, Vismrte Viparidam Syat, Sri Chaitanyam Namantam. So by remembering Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lotus feet, the difficult things becomes very, very easy. But forgetting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lotus feet, even the most difficult, most easy thing become difficult. This way, here Prahlad Maharaj is, even though such a tender boy who doesn't have neither physical power nor he has great any army power or something, but he could tackle Hiranyakashipu single-handedly because he is having Krishna within him. But Hiranyakashipu, he has everything, but Krishna was not there. So he ultimately becomes the loser. So in this way, the ultimate wealth, Sat, is Krishna. So when we add Krishna to everything, then they all become Sat. But even things might be Sat, but Krishna is not added, Krishna is not seen in that, and they all become Asat. So in this way, we can follow in the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj, that Manasa Deho Geho. Our body, our wealth, our life, our intelligence, our abilities, somehow or other, use that in the service of Krishna, in the service of the devotees of Krishna. Then, as Prabhupada assures that we can be victorious, even the opposite things. The energy of Krishna, the material energy of Krishna is insurmountable, but that can be easily crossed over by the power of Krishna. So that kind of inspiration we can take from Prahlad. Hare Krishna. Shall we stop here, Mataji? Anybody have any? I just spoke something. Anybody would like to add anything, or any discussion or any questions?
Dandatnam Mata Prabhuji. Dandatnam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhuji, I just want to, I'm eager to know about the pastime of Prahlada Maharaj.
Pastime of?
Prahlada Maharaj. He was before
Now,
his birth.
Sorry, Mataji, I could not get. In the
Past
subsequent classes, you will be
previous birth of Praglada Maharaj. Praglada
Oh, I'm not
Maharaj.
there. I don't remember exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for beautiful class, Prabhuji. It's very enlightening. Prabhuji's Mataji, if you have any questions or realizations you'd like to share, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Gopinath Ki Jai. Very, very inspiring class as usual. I have seen in Shri Radha Gopinath, you are doing so many sevas. Please pray for all of us that we will enter in Shri Dham Vrindavan Dham this year. Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam to your sincere seva, and it is really very, very practical and inspiring class as usual. Jai Jai Nityananda, Jai Jai Gauranga. Thank you, Prabhuji, Gopinath Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Vinita.
Thank you, Mataji.
Vrunda Gopika Mataji. Thank
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Very, very
Yes.
wonderful class, Prabhuji. Very enlightening class. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you for engaging me in some seva. Hare Krishna. Okay, so shall we stop now?
Prabhuji, one Mataji is asking what seva you do at Radha Gopinath Mandir.
Well, we are mostly into. Previously, I was doing service in youth seva, deity worship, as well as congregation preaching, college preaching, various ways. We are also involved in teaching Bhakti Shastri in various other classes. And we'll be also soon launching some project on education, teaching Acharya's books. So mostly in teaching line, I'm trying to do something. Hare Krishna.
Especially I have seen Prabhuji that time before 13-14 years we don't have a school, Gopal garden school. So that time you are sitting in a Gopinath, Shri Radha Gopinath downstairs in a small place that is not even room, and teaching that kids, those who are homeless and prostitute and wood polish kids, you teach them all the subject, and then after this Gopal's garden and start Prabhuji. So it's not a small contribution, Prabhuji. You are doing so many seva. I have seen from when you are very young, from that age you are teaching kids, all the kids, and now maybe they become a doctor or engineer or working in accounting field. Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam to your sincere seva. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, Shri Radha Gopinath Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Devotees always see a small thing also. Okay.
If nobody have any questions or realization, can we end the call here? Thank you so much, Prabhu,
so
for your
much.
valuable time and association to us this morning, and very enlightening class, Prabhuji. We are so grateful to you, and we look forward for your association, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Let us pay obeisances to Prabhuji and all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
नमो
Shri
नमः
Radha
वृंद की जय
Srila
श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
जय
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 Grace
जय
Prabhuji ki
राधे
jai.
राधे
जय
Prabhuji.
राधे राधे
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Prabhuji.
much for the beautiful
गौरंगा
Gauranga,
राधे
Gauranga.
नित्यानंद
Nityananda.
हरि बोल
Gauranga.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Thank you,
Hari
Prabhu.
Bol, Hari Bol.
Very grateful to you.
Radhe,
Thank you,
Radhe.
dear devotees, for joining today's class.
Hari,
We'll
Hari
close
Bol.
the call for today.
Thank you,
Hari Bol.
Radhe.